Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the College Hockey South Playoffs 2026 here at the Panthers IceDen in Coral Springs, Florida. We got another good game on tap for you today. The fifth place match for the ACDC division here at College Hockey South between the USF Ice Bulls and the Embry-Riddle Eagles. Both of these teams had interesting games yesterday, particularly South Florida. They were involved in quite the barn burner yesterday against Florida Tech.
Oh, absolutely. That was one of the best club hockey games I've ever seen. Going down 5-1, coming back to tie it up at 6. 2 goals in the final 3 minutes, and then just losing a heartbreaker 7-6 in overtime. On the other hand, Embry-Riddle lost their game 9-1, so they're going to need a nice bounce-back performance for them.
Embry-Riddle falling 9-1 to the FSU Seminoles, who will play Florida later today. Each team now just getting some final words in before this fifth-place game. This will be the last game of the tournament for both of these teams, so they're looking to end on a high note. And don't you say that these consolation placement games don't matter, because we just saw an absolute classic on the other rink between KSU and UCF.
Oh, absolutely incredible game. 8-4 with 7 minutes left. And then, KSU was down 8-4 with 7 minutes left, tying the game up at 8, and then losing 9-8 in overtime. So neither team that had amazing comebacks this season was able to win their game or complete their comeback in overtime. So will we see one in this one? We'll have to find out.
Definitely going to be an intriguing matchup for sure as the teams get ready to announce the starting lineups. And here that is right now.
Welcome to South Florida, the College Hockey South Playoff. For today's matchup, we have the University of South Florida Bulls versus the ERAU Eagles. The starting lineup for the USF Bulls. On forward, we have number 27, Liam Henneman. On forward, we have number 7, Noah also. On forward, we have number 22, Pierce Brenner. On defense, number 28, Dakota Castro. On defense, number 5, Ryan Maxwell. And in goal, we have number 31, Devin Selleck. The USF Bulls are led by head coach Bill Karras. The starting lineup for the ERAU Eagles: at forward, number 8, Brody Flanagan. At forward, number 22, Nicholas Bauer. At forward, number 40, Andy Coleman. On defense, number 14, Dylan Kelly.
lineups have been announced. The national anthem has been played. We are just about set to go here in Coral Springs. It's been a great weekend so far of games across all the divisions. Just this afternoon and tomorrow to go. But it has been an absolutely fantastic weekend so far here, Chris.
Absolutely amazing. We've seen some great hockey all throughout the weekend, and we're hoping for another fantastic game here today.
Quick look at the goaltending matchup as announced earlier. For USF, it will be Devin Selleck. He's got a 2-2 record, 4.75 goals against, and an .880 save percentage. For Embry-Riddle, it's number 31, Carson Phillips. He's 5-5, 0-1, no shutouts, a 4.94 goals against average, and an .851 save percentage as the teams draw into the opening faceoff here. It's Andy Coleman going to take on number 7, Noah Palso for the USF Bulls. Team's making a lot of noise on the bench, and the puck is down. Embry-Riddle controls off the draw, but is hung up immediately. Behind the defense is Embry-Riddle, and a big save by Devin Selleck. That was Brody Flanagan with a quick chance just 9 seconds into the game.
Very, very quick chance. Literally off the face-off, he just flew in there, but a really good save there by Selleck.
Quick start for Embry-Riddle here as a face-off now to Selleck's right. USF wins it and tried to go off the glass and out, but was closed down too quickly. Pass out in front, and another big save by Selleck as Flanagan again got to the front of the net. Battle continues now, and it's rung up the boards. Tried to be chipped ahead by USF, and they do get it out. That was Skerdich. Back up. USF offside, so Embry-Riddle with some time. Pass him ahead. That was into the feet of Flanagan, and back the other way comes Hanneman. He lost it. Skerdich couldn't collect it, and now he's got it. Over the line goes Skerdich, 1-on-4. That pass got by. That was Pierce Brenner for USF. Dumped in, and Palangiano will pick this up. Tried to go off the glass, might have hit the official. Embry-Riddle with a chance here, but USF was clipped quick to clean it up. Palangiano into the corner, taking the body. Puck chips out, and now it's ahead for Brenner. Brenner lost the puck, and Embry-Riddle will come right back. Puck dumped in. That was Luca Phillips for Embry-Riddle, trying to put the puck into the USF zone. Picked off at the line. Now down low, a little 2-on-0 opportunity, and the shot went wide. That was Austin Giggy. He had a teammate, Luca Phillips, on the far side on a little 2-on-0, but he decided to take the shot himself and shot it wide.
Got a bit of a clock issue here. The clock didn't move after the first faceoff, but a really great play by Embry-Riddle there to try and get on the board first.
Got a bit of a
just
clock
whistled
problem
wide.
here. Clock still showing 1950. Now they've got it corrected. 1834 sounds about right. Another face-off in the offensive zone for Embry-Riddle. That was Griffin Lynch losing out. Palangiano will take it behind his net. Nice little pass up the sidewall, and USF will come forward. Big hit on the near side. That was LaFlamme. Palangiano trying to get out in trouble. Being held. No penalty yet. That's Phillips holding him in place. Had his arms in the air. Now we got a little bit of fisticuffs as Palangiano and Phillips continue to battle behind the net. Phillips came out. His shot was blocked. Palangiano looking for an outlet pass. Phillips all over him as this battle continues. Giggy in another battle. Shoved to the ice and the puck comes back out. Here's LaFlamme. His shot was blocked. Getting in the way was Connor Nickram, and we finally have a whistle. It looks like a penalty is finally going to be called here. I think it's going to be Phillips. And Palangiano is going to go too. So the ref deciding that he's had enough of both of them, and they're both going to go and take some time to cool off.
So coincidental roughing minors assessed here. And we are looking at
referee coming over, informing the benches that if the rough stuff continues, only one player will go to the box next time. So he's trying to get them to be on their best behavior. As it looks like we're going to skate 4-on-4 here.
It's 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes.
Maxwell Brady in to take the draw, and he wins it. Shot didn't make it through, and USF clears the zone. Now a race for it down the side. Embry-Riddle's going to get there first, and it'll be an icing. That was Gil Johnson beating number 6 for USF, which was Noah Caritas to the puck.
USF penalty, number 3, Vincent Pagliano. 2 minutes remaining at 17:47 in the first.
Puck thrown at the net as Embry-Riddle resumes this offensive zone time, and now USF with a chance to break forward. It's Schleep. Schleep dropping it off. Went to the net, a shot, and a big save there by Carson Phillips.
Really good save there from Phillips. It was a good opportunity for the Bulls, but a really good save there.
Schleep with a nice little give and go to get it on goal.
Number 44, Luca Phillips. 2 minutes for roughing.
Puck battle in the corner here.
47 in the first.
Embry-Riddle trying to get the puck out, and they aren't able to. Good keep at the line. That was Maxwell. Battle continues. Puck squirts out. USF onto it, a shot, and that was blocked by Brady. Now it's Ryan Anderson for Embry-Riddle. His pass was ahead of Brady, and USF takes the puck back. Here's Maxwell. D to carry this. Up to Schleep. Schleep's got some space, but he's got 1-on-3 now. Decides to just throw it forward, and the puck made it all the way through. That's number 24, Alex Margon, looking for someone to pass to. Spins back. Looking for someone at the point. He's going to decide to take it himself. Little pass down low, and that was intercepted. The chance for Embry-Riddle to break. Puck was a little slow to get out of the zone, but to the work of USF, and now here they come. Culbertson, a little shot on net, and Devin Selleck makes the save.
Good stop there by Selleck. Another really good opportunity for the Ice Eagles, but pretty solid save there from Selleck.
Severe Muhammad in to take this for USF. Big face-off in his defensive zone. Little tie-up, and USF will try and move it out. But they lost it. They quickly recover, though, and it's sent out to the neutral zone. Fedlam, D to D. There's Culbertson into the middle, and that pass was intercepted by Kozlowski. He's back. He's got Muhammad with him. Tried to get it to Muhammad, and the stick was tied up. Culbertson ringing it around the boards, and Everett Ferreira will collect for USF. Out there with his D partner, Ryan Maxwell.
Both players are now out of the penalty box, and we're back to 5-on-5.
Embry-Riddle bench was yelling at their player to get out of the penalty box, didn't realize that the penalty was over. Puck up against the wall here. Embry-Riddle trying to skate this out. They end up just chipping it. Here's Maxwell. Maxwell up ahead to Muhammad. Muhammad tried to dump it in, and that goes into the Embry-Riddle bench, so we'll get a stoppage. What have you made of the first 5 minutes here, Chris?
So far, a lot of physical play, a lot of great defense. Hasn't really been much on the offensive side yet, and also the pace has been picked up pretty nicely.
Brian Green in to take it. He wins it over Palso, but USF will skate onto it. Ferreira tried to get around Skirtich and was able to. Ferreira scores! Everett Ferreira went right around the Embry-Riddle defenseman, and USF takes the 1-0 lead.
The first shot of the game for the Ice Bulls goes in, as it is Everett Ferreira getting the scoring started.
Great goal there. Sporting the golden fingered gloves. There was some pure gold in his hands on that shot. Play resumes, and here comes Pierce Brenner, excuse me, off to the puck for USF. Brenner back on it, having to contend with the feet of the referee. It comes back out to Palagiano. Past everybody, and Palagiano will take it in the neutral zone. He chips it in. USF having to wait for all of their players to tag up, so Embry-Riddle with a chance to move ahead. Dangerous pass intercepted, but it goes through. Outlet pass now. That was in the direction of Bowers. He tipped it ahead, so no icing. Here's Flanagan in on it. Being watched by Maxwell. Flanagan behind the net, looking for his teammate. That's Coleman. Out across, a shot, and that's into the glove of Selleck. He bobbled it for a second, but managed to cover off the shot from Connor Howard.
Good recovery there from Selleck to not allow the rebound to happen after he saved the initial shot.
Griffin Lynch in to take this against Connor Nickram. Giggy wins the puck back. Long shot, that's deflected, or at least was attempted to be by Lynch. Not sure he got a piece of it. Lynch now, back out. Shot, that's intercepted. Luca Phillips back to the point. Shot, two USF players running into each other. Phillips with another chance, and that whizzed high. Giggy after the puck. He's in a battle now with number 28 for USF, Dakota Castro. Up ahead to Jacob Dunlap, and he'll skate this forward. Moving in on Reichsbosch. Reichsbosch, let him get by him. He's to the net. A save by Phillips. Still loose. Back out to the point for Ferreira. Another shot, and that's into traffic, and it'll be dumped all the way down. Reichsbosch getting walked a little bit there. And the pass is intercepted. Here comes Maxwell Brady for Embry-Riddle. He's stopped. Rebound chance into the middle. Brady with another opportunity. Sillick makes another save. Still loose. USF trying to clear, and they manage to. Here comes Jacob Lynch the other way. Jacob Lynch over the line. 1-on-4, and he loses the puck. Brady gave it away, though. Here's Ferreira again. Ferreira, his shot didn't make it through. Giggy trying to chip it out. Unable to. Dunlap out of the reach of Ferreira at the point, and now Culbertson will try and skate onto this, and he's able to. Culbertson has a teammate in the middle, and that was poked away. Ryan Anderson was breaking in on goal.
Now we're seeing a good pace to this game, a really good flow so far.
USF a little confusion at the line. That's dumped in by Schleep, and Embry-Riddle will come the other way. That's number 14, Dylan Kelly for Embry-Riddle, sending it around the rink. Culbertson in after it. He finds his teammate Ryan Anderson. Puck scrummed up against the wall. Both teams digging for it. Anderson almost got away with it, and a big save there on Culbertson. That was Selleck as Culbertson got out in front off to the scrum.
Solid stop there by Selleck, who has been really good so far to start this game, and Embry-Riddle has been putting together a lot of opportunities to score, but they just haven't capitalized yet.
Embry-Riddle with the shot clock advantage, 7-4 early in this game as we approach the halfway point of the first period. Schleep trying to skate this out of the zone, and he's got two teammates with him. Over the line, and that pass was out of the reach of Noah Caritas, so he has to go and chase it down. Behind the net was Smargon. He loses it. Now it's in this near corner. Puck out to Palagiano. His shot went wide. Here's Smargon. He was chopped at there by LaFlamme, and Embry-Riddle comes the other way. Here's Fedlin. Knocked back in there, and Smargon makes a nice pass up. Here's Schleep. Schleep being chased down by LaFlamme. Stops, finds a teammate moving in, and that shot was over the net. Braden Kozlowski was the USF shooter. Back out to Ferreira. Over to Schleep. Got Kozlowski in front, was looking for him, and that goes wide. Hit a body in front. Ferreira holds it in, and Caritas moves it toward the net, but that was intercepted by Connor Howard. Now Embry-Riddle with a chance to clear, and they do. Nicholas Bowers will just send it down the rink, and this will be icing against Embry-Riddle. Ferreira looked a little frustrated with the late whistle as he thought he had won the race, but all the same, the puck will come back down into the Embry-Riddle defensive zone.
Just another icing call. First 10 minutes of this game have been very high-octane scoring chances and a lot of physical play. It's been fun to watch so far.
The line of Muhammad, Middleton, and Kozlowski out there for USF. Losing the puck there was Howard. Shot out to the point. Ferreira's shot sailed wayward. Back out to Ferreira. He does nice to take it off his skate. Moving in, a shot, and that was blocked away by Phillips. Kozlowski drops the puck. Looking for Ferreira. Kozlowski gets the puck back. Makes a nice move to get around one. Tries to go into the slot, and that went by everybody. LaFlamme over to it for Embry-Riddle. Phillips not sure where it is. In front, and it's in! Ryan Maxwell took the centering pass and put it by Carson Phillips, who did not know where that one was. Nobody on the Embry-Riddle defense was letting him know, and he got caught.
It snuck right in between his arm and went trickling into the net. Really good shot there by FSU, and they're up 2-0 within the first 10 minutes of this game.
Ryan Maxwell wasn't so sure he'd scored. He kind of put it on net from point-blank range, and the puck just disappeared. Turns out it was behind Carson Phillips. Embry-Riddle wins the ensuing face-off, and Gil Johnson will send it in. Here's Fedlin. Tried to send it back into the slot, and it missed everybody. Brenner was pressuring Embry-Riddle, but they managed to move it ahead. Here's Flanagan. Brady Flanagan making a move to the net, and Selleck turned it away. Paulso trying to move it up the boards, and it's held in nicely. Up ahead comes Fedlin. Brenner now picks up the loose change, and he'll flip it out. Johnson tried to move it ahead. Stick battle ensues, and Flanagan will collect this. Brenner watching him, so he'll just take refuge behind his goal. Makes a nice pass out to Fedlin. He fanned on his pass, and it's given away. Here comes Hanneman, flipping it ahead all the way across for Brenner. Brenner rings it around. Nobody looking for the puck now. So that was number 26 for Embry-Riddle. Harper LePage going for it. Back out to Scarrett. Scarrett for USF runs over a man as he goes in. That was Gil Johnson who got the worst end of that.
That was a good hit there in the corner.
Puck out in front. Nickram couldn't handle it, and so they'll fight for it again in the corner. Dunlap onto it.
Well,
got a whistle coming here. Looks like we got an interference call.
Looks like Lynch is going to go.
Yeah, looks like this is against USF. It'll be Jacob Lynch. So Embry-Riddle will get their first power play of the game. A chance for them to cut the USF lead in half here.
Another thing about Jacob Lynch, he got ejected from yesterday's game in the first period after a dirty hit that he made right in front of the penalty box.
See if that has any relevance to this game as we go along. Already one penalty now for Jacob Lynch. Embry-Riddle wins the faceoff. This is back across to Luca Phillips. He lost in his feet for a second, but now he recollects. Sent down now, it's Bowers. His shot is held on to by Selleck.
Good save there by Selleck, and a good power play opportunity for the Ice Eagles.
The quintet out there for Embry-Riddle is Maxwell, Brady, Coleman, Bowers, Phillips, and Flanagan.
2 minutes of interference. Time of the penalty, 8:20.
Puck fought forward, came out to Bowers, and Selleck held the post well.
Another good save by Selleck, who has been on his head throughout the first period.
Another face-off coming up here to Devin Selleck's left. Brady loses the draw, but nowhere to go for USF. They lose the puck. Brady over to Flanagan. Has Phillips, decides to send it out in front, and it makes it through to Bowers. Bowers couldn't handle it, and Coleman has to take it in neutral ice. Coleman over to Brady. Brady drops for Flanagan. Flanagan moving in against Pelagiano. Directed behind the net, and now it's Bowers again. Scott Coleman. Coleman winds up, shot, and that's off the pad of Selleck.
Another good stop by Selleck.
USF gets the clear, and they'll get a much-needed change of their penalty killers with 50 seconds to go in the Embry-Riddle power play.
Shots on goal in this game are 9-7 in favor of the Ice Eagles.
Dylan Kelly moving in, makes it all the way to the net, and his shot went wide. That was a nice solo rush by Kelly. Lynch with a shot, and that was blocked. Puck makes it out. Here's Schleep coming in for USF. He's got some help, makes a move, and he lost the puck. Overskated it, and back comes Kelly for Embry-Riddle. Cross ice pass into the middle, and Lynch couldn't handle it. Puck passed out. Culberson almost picked it up. Another shot, and it's fanned on. Good play there to pick it off, and Kelly wasn't able to get a good shot on net. Culbertson for Embry-Riddle. Looking back to the point, it's Skerdich. Skerdich makes a move, trying to cut to the middle, and he lost the puck. Here comes Caritas. He flips it ahead for Jacob Lynch out of the box. Jacob Lynch takes a hit, and he loses it. Here's Culbertson, makes a nice move around Ferreira. Culbertson trying to cut to the net, and Pelagiano got in his way. Here's LaFlamme at the point. Shot tipped in front, hit a couple people, still loose. Shot by Giggy went over the net. Pelagiano tried to clear it, and that was held in nicely. Pelagiano looking for a teammate, tries to flip it ahead for Smargon. He got a touch on it, so no icing. Smargon, the undersized forward, going in for a battle against Eric LaFlamme. Pelagiano scoops it in. Here's Ferreira. Ferreira looking for some space, shoots, and Phillips didn't see that. Ferreira again. Tried to go back out to the point, and Giggy intercepted that. Chance for Embry-Riddle to break, and Pelagiano does nicely. It intercepted, but he gets hit.
Another big hit there from the Ice Eagles. Uh-oh.
Taking a spill in front was Kozlowski. Not sure an arm is in the air or not. Can't see this ref. It looks like there isn't. Here's Muhammad. His shot was blocked. Nobody really knows where it is. I think it's in the equipment.
Yeah, it was
number 22, Nicholas Bowers. Or
it is in his equipment.
Looks like we do have a penalty called here against Embry-Riddle, as Connor Howard rather reluctantly makes the slow skate to the penalty box. So USF with a power play opportunity here.
Another opportunity to extend the lead here.
Puck out now to Sebastian Middleton. He goes D to D. Pelagiano's shot never went off the ice and went wide. USF trying to work this around. Middleton at the point. He loses it. Nice keep, though. Here's Muhammad diagonally through. Kozlowski into the middle for Middleton. He had some space, goes behind the net. Looks like we got the net is off. No penalty, the net is off.
Time of penalty 5:08 in the first period.
Unfortunate timing for Braden Kozlowski, as he looked like he had found some good real estate behind the net, but the net coming off the spikes. Puck contested here, comes out to Middleton. He sends it down low for Muhammad. Muhammad pressured, so the puck is back with Middleton. Over to Pelagiano. Into the middle, Muhammad's shot went wide. He had some net to shoot at. Kozlowski fighting for it. Puck comes back out to Middleton. Middleton choosing to chip it down low to Kozlowski. Kozlowski fanned on it, and now a chance for Embry-Riddle to clear, but it's blocked. That was Gil Johnson who couldn't get it out. Puck out in front, Kozlowski looking for it, it's still loose. Kozlowski tried to go back out to Middleton, and a good keep by Middleton. Knocked over, though, by Maxwell Brady, and the puck gets over the line. Just over halfway through this USF power play, they've had some looks. Muhammad Nice pass up to Kozlowski. He makes a move. Kozlowski in on goal, and he shoots wide.
Just missing the net there.
Weak clearing attempt, and it's held in by USF. It's Palso. He finds Kozlowski. Nobody home for the pass, and Embry-Riddle will try and chip this out. Good keep at the line by USF. Down low for Brenner, and he couldn't get his stick on it. Coming the other way is Kelly. Dylan Kelly over the line, and he stood up. Here's Brenner chipping it in, and he'll skate onto it himself. Pierce Brenner pressured in the corner. Refs yelling at them to move it. Here's Palso. Back all the way out to the point for Maxwell. Back down low for Palso. He's got Brenner in the middle. Palso with a shot. Phillips thought he had it. It's still loose. Skerdich was shrugging off Hanneman. Looks like there's another stoppage here. Is the net off again?
Yeah, it looks like the net keeps coming off of its moorings. But a good penalty kill there from Embry-Riddle.
These spikes can sometimes be a little bit tough compared to the peg system. Maybe something that Carson Phillips might have to contend with as long as he's in that net for this game. Griffin Lynch loses the face-off. It comes back to Ferreira. Pelagiano sends it low. That hopped over the stick of Hanneman. Here's Palso looking for some room. He's pressured by Kelly. Dylan Kelly hard on the puck. That puck came out in front, and Carson Phillips was alert.
It's a good opportunity again for the USF Ice Bulls to try and open this game up already here in the first period, but Carson Phillips keeps saying no.
2:36 to go in the first period. USF with a 2-0 lead, despite being outshot 12-9 so far. Puck back to Ferreira. He's had the puck a lot in this game. He sends it down low to Lynch. Lynch looking for his teammate, but he gets it back. Shot, and that went wide. Pelagiano to collect. He's got Ferreira. He chooses to go to him. Ferreira, shot. Phillips didn't see that till late. Nickram behind the net. Made a nice play on it. Chance to clear now for Embry-Riddle as LaFlamme chases it down. Pelagiano in a puck battle. In to help out is Dunlap. Puck winds up with Fedlim, and he makes a nice play. Here comes Embry-Riddle being hounded by Lynch. Offside, so Embry-Riddle has to vacate the zone. A little unlucky there as Lynch comes back the other way with speed. Jacob Lynch into the Embry-Riddle corner. Around the net. Put it out in front. Dunlap got a stick on it but couldn't get any power. Embry-Riddle content to just send it to center. Nice pass to Dunlap. He's got some space. His pass over to Lynch was behind him. He was being hounded there by number 59, Noah Reichbosch.
Big hit.
Got a stoppage. Looks like offside here against the Ice Bulls. As Dunlap was in too early, as there was a scrambly little play at the line. 1:24 to go in this first period.
A high-flying first period. A lot of energy from both teams. ERAU leads the shot count right now, but the game is still led by the USF Ice Bulls. South
Reichbosch
Florida.
lost it behind his net, but nobody there to capitalize for USF. Reichbosch a chance to clear. It doesn't get out. Castro was holding the line. Embry-Riddle a third opportunity. Coleman makes a nice play up ahead to Flanagan. Flanagan handed it off to Bowers, and Bowers' shot went wide. Flanagan now looking for the puck. He's got Coleman with him, but he loses it. USF long diagonal pass. This is something for Carey just to skid onto, but Skeric beat him to the puck. Here comes Smargon in. It's Schlieb, and he's stopped by Carson Phillips. 2-on-2 opportunity now here as Flanagan moves in. He's got Bowers. Bowers shoots. Stopped by Selleck. Bowers was being hounded from behind by Schlieb. And then ultimately, the shot was able to be handled by Devin Selleck. who makes another stop.
Amazing save by Selleck, who has been fantastic in this first period so far. I believe that's his 13th save of the period.
Fedlam wins the draw. Embry-Riddle trying to do something with it, though. Puck ends up being flipped out to center. Skarich made a nice play, but only as far as the USF forwards. Moving in with a shot was number 10, Severe Mohammed. Puck is covered. USF complaining about something. I think they think that Dylan Kelly used his glove to shuttle that to his goaltender.
I think they were arguing about a hand pass there. We can see the benches below us, even though they're out of view.
Severe Mohammed tried to go right towards the net off the draw. Interesting play as we get another whistle here. Is this a hand pass against USF? Looks like it. 3.5 seconds to go in this first period. One last chance for USF off this draw. They got to be quick, though. Mohammed won it. Here's a chance. And they did get a shot on goal, but Phillips turned it away. Buzzer is at 0. It didn't go off, so the play is blown dead, as that was number 17, Darius Scarrett, with an opportunity for USF, but nothing to show for it, and they'll just have to be content with a 2-0 lead going into the break.
A really good first period from the USF Bulls, getting on the board early and not letting their foot off the gas pedal. ERAU also had a great period. Shots on goal at the end of the first period, 13 apiece.
Yep, pretty evenly matched period. USF with the better opportunities. It's why they lead 2-0. But Embry-Riddle very much not out of it. They've had some chances of their own, but they're down 2-0. We'll see you in a little bit. You're watching the College Hockey South playoffs. Welcome back, everybody, to the College Hockey South Playoffs, ACDC division. We got our matchup here between the Embry-Riddle Eagles and the USF Ice Bulls. USF with a slim 2-0 lead after the first period, but mostly even game apart from that, as you can tell by the shot clock. Shots tied 13-13. What'd you think of the first period, Chris?
It was a great period from both teams. ERAU is definitely not out of this game yet, and it really shows that they are here to compete with one of the better teams in the ACDC, the Florida State Ice Bulls.
USF controls off the draw. Pass was just out of the reach of Smargon, and Flanagan will go and collect this for Embry-Riddle. Battled for here on the side. Sleep trying to keep it in. Puck winds up with Kelly, and he'll just send it forward. Here's Ferreira. Ferreira chipping it ahead. Sleep fighting for it, and he loses it. Here comes Scarrett the other way. Scarrett with a shot, and that's off the glass. Here's Sleep now, 2-on-1 with Smargon. Sleep to Smargon, shot, scores! Alex Smargon executes on the 2-on-1 off of the beautiful pass from Sleep, and it's 3-0 USF.
Now that was one of the nicest goals I've seen so far in the tournament. Just a really well set up breakaway from Smargon, and he just slotted it right past Phillips. What a goal.
Almost a perfect execution of a 2-on-1, just like how you draw it up in practice. The sauce pass and the excellent finish from Smargon. And USF extends their lead less than a minute into the second period. Embry-Riddle trying to come right back, though. That was Griffin Lynch taking a tumble into the end boards, and here's Pelagiano. Fanned on his pass, and so it falls to the other side. Lynch back the other way. His shot was sterned away by Selleck. Another opportunity, and Selleck covers. That was Luca Phillips in the area as an option to pass to.
Really good save there from Selleck, as he has been on fire so far in this game. That is now 14 saves for Selleck.
Puck out here. Caught Dunlap flat-footed, and Pelagiano is going to have to clean this up. Dunlap skating ahead. Getting in the way is LaFlamme. LaFlamme up to Giggy. Giggy decides to dump it in, and Selleck will play this himself, but he missed it. Now it's Lynch for USF. He lost the puck, but skating onto it is Ryan Maxwell. Ahead for Dunlap. Moving in on Giggy. He's got Lynch with him. Dunlap with a shot, and that's patted away. Rebound opportunity, and that was blocked away by Carson Phillips as well, as Nickram was going for it. Another save here for Phillips, as that was fired from the corner by Jacob Lynch. And a face-off now in the Embry-Riddle zone.
South Florida has been all over the Ice Eagles so far here in this second period. Some good saves made by Carson Phillips on that breakaway, though.
Severe Muhammad in to take this for USF, and he wins it. It's back out to Ferreira. Muhammad tried to go back to Ferreira, and he lost it. Moving ahead now is Embry-Riddle. That was Ryan Anderson. Puck hung up, though, in front of the Eagle bench, and USF takes back control. Here's Ferreira. Ferreira ahead to Middleton. Sebastian Middleton makes a nice pass, leaves it for Kozlowski. Back to Middleton, and they couldn't execute. They tried to make one more pass for Kozlowski. Flipped ahead out of the reach of Severe Muhammad, but Ferreira will skate back onto this. Being watched by Culbertson. Anderson skates onto it. Puck's loose behind Selleck, and it trickled wide. Middleton will send it out, but it's knocked down. Second opportunity does get it to center. Culbertson fighting for the puck. Two USF players are there. Moving ahead now is Scarrett. He lost it, but now it winds up with Middleton, who took a tumble in the neutral zone and just sends it ahead. Dylan Kelly behind his own net, pressured by Kozlowski, so he leaves it. Culbertson sending it up the ice. Actually, that was a pass in the direction of Culbertson, and it was intercepted and then brought back in offside.
Some good pace to this second period so far, especially from South Florida, who came out flying. ERAU now has a lot of work to do in order to catch up in this game.
Noah Palso taking this face off. Can't tell who the other player is. The ref is in my way. It's Brian Green, whose family is standing just to our right. Green makes a nice pass for his dad to his teammate. That's Patrick McGavin. And the big save there by Devin Selleck. Nathan Dubé got in behind and had a nice opportunity off of the pass from Patrick McGavin. The first time we've called their names in this game.
Yeah, the fourth line for ERAU finally making themselves feel present in this one.
McGavin tried to take the puck away from Pelagiano, and he'll have to go and get it himself. Knocked over Pelagiano. USF has to start from their own zone. Pass up the boards here for Hanneman. Nice pass ahead. Here's Pierce Brenner. Pierce Brenner makes a move, and then he was tied up by McGavin. Nice play. Brian Green off the glass and out. Pelagiano pressured there by McGavin, and they take the puck away. McGavin, puck was behind him. He wasn't looking for it, and USF manages to dump it back to the Embry-Riddle line. Kelly gets around one and goes glass and out. Couldn't handle it, was Pelagiano. Brian Green in for it, taken down, and the puck was cleared. Pelagiano picking it up, trying to make up for his mistake. Fanned on his move, and so he had to stop and wait for his teammate to get back on side. Here's Hanneman in the corner, throwing it to the front of the net, nobody home. Pelagiano makes a nice move, cuts to the middle, left the puck, gets it back, and that shot hit a body. Pelagiano goes to the bench, replaced by Ferreira. He wants the puck, but it's tied up. He gets it. Ferreira looking for Brenner, and that was behind him. Brenner cuts behind the net. Puck knocked off his stick, and we got a whistle here. Looks like a penalty's coming up against Leon Hanneman. Illy sees the party arguing with the referee. But it's actually going to be Jacob Skerdich who's going to go for Embry-Riddle.
So South Florida is going back to the power play.
South Florida with another power play opportunity in the game. They've had two others. They have not scored on either of them. Embry-Riddle power play coming up, or excuse me, USF power play coming up. Schleep didn't win the draw, but Ferreira controls. Embry-Riddle with a chance to clear, and they do. Skating onto that, and it's going to be an interference penalty here against Noah Caridis. Ryan Anderson was trying to put some pressure on that loose puck, and Caridis kind of just accidentally on purpose skated into his path, and he'll go to the box. So USF's power play ends only 10 seconds after it starts.
So that power play ended basically before it even started. So now it's going to be a 4-on-4 for the next minute and 50 seconds. So there's plenty of time and plenty of open ice for both teams to capitalize here.
Offensive zone face-off here for Embry-Riddle. Coleman in to take it. Puck back out to the point. Long shot by Laflemme. Couldn't get it down. I believe that's Lamont over there wearing the makeshift 91 jersey. Here's Laflemme. Down to Coleman. Coleman around behind the net. Here's Lamont. Lamont fighting for the puck, and it ends up behind the Embry-Riddle net. Coleman trying to move it for Flanagan. Flanagan sends it back where it came. Here's Coleman out in front, and Selleck makes the save.
A good stop there from Selleck. So that is now 17 on the day.
Number 91 out there, I believe, is Luke Lamont.
USF penalty to number 6, Noah Cardis.
Here's Schleep skating out of his own zone as we play 4-on-4. Puck ahead to Lamont, and a nice play by Kelly to get in his way. Here's Reich Bosch. Makes a nice pass up the wall. Here comes Griffin Lynch. He was looking for his teammate Giggy. Giggy trying to get around the defenseman, and he's able to. Tried to spin it to the middle, and he did. Pelagiano had to be there. Schleep looking for a teammate. Taken down in front. There's going to be a penalty. Both referees with their arm in the air. It looks like another Embry-Riddle penalty, so they'll go right back on the kill. It's Austin Giggy going to the box for tripping.
It's going to be a 4-on-3 for the next 44 seconds.
Teams making the trek back down the ice to start this power play. 4-on-3 opportunity for USF. They've got Nickram, Ferreira, Lynch, and Dakota Castro out there for this. Puck one back to Castro. His shot is into the glove of Carson Phillips.
Right off the draw, they got that shot away. That was very impressive from South Florida.
Face-off won by Embry-Riddle, and they send it down the ice. That was Dylan Kelly. Dakota Castro back to pick it up from his goalie. Ferreira takes it. Pass ahead to Lynch. Lynch tried to get it to Castro, but he decides to take it himself. Lynch back the other way. Stood up there by Kelly. And USF will have to start over. 10 seconds to go in the original penalty to Skerdich. Then we'll be 4-on-4 again. Nickram was taken down. USF not happy about that, but Ferreira has the puck. Ferreira, nice move of the line to get away. Ferreira in the front. Nickram with a chance, and it's cleared up to Gil Coleman, and Gil Johnson.
Also a good way to stay on side.
Lots of chatter from the USF bench after that, as Andy Johnson couldn't collect that puck and get in on a breakaway.
Icing waved off.
Puck picked off here by Lynch. He goes rink wide to Johnson. Johnson behind the net, or Coleman, excuse me, I get them confused. As that puck is off of the glass, they deem it went out of play, as Devin Selleck directed that away from the net.
Really good jump on that 5-on-4 right after the penalties were killed. Now USF has 27 seconds left on their power play to try and make something happen.
But they have to start from their own zone, and they don't get the puck out. Pelagiano will have to go and start with his back to the ice. Embry-Riddle controlling here, doing a good job to kill time in the offensive zone. USF trying to take the puck back. Puck out of view from our broadcast position here in Coral Springs. Now we can see it. Here comes Darius Scarrett. He leaves it for Sebastian Middleton. Middleton's got Scarrett with him. He makes a move. Middleton to the net, and that was directed wide. Muhammad to the front, and Kozlowski couldn't put that in.
Almost another good opportunity there from USF.
Flanagan
now
made a nice move, but
Eagles.
Kozlowski was there to cut him off. Muhammad had to turn on a dime and get it, cost him a second, and Bowers will take the puck away. Bowers in front, here comes Johnson, or Andy Coleman. Coleman scores! Andy Coleman puts Embry-Riddle on the board with a nice move around Devin Selleck, and it's 3-1.
That is the 15th goal of the season for Coleman.
Andy Coleman with the Eagle celebration on the way back to the bench to hype up his teammates, as that's a big goal for Embry-Riddle. They're first of the game, and they're right back in it.
They've been in it from the jump. They just haven't been capitalizing on their opportunities, and they finally do there.
Back again they come. Ferreira having to pick this off. Ahead from Muhammad, but he couldn't control it. Up to Coleman. Coleman has Bowers, but no lane to pass to him. Middleton got in his way, and Coleman gets the puck back. Going towards the net. Coleman, saved by Selleck. Coleman looking for his second goal in a matter of seconds.
Andy Coleman is definitely a player you need to watch out for Embry-Riddle. He is their biggest playmaker, and he makes some plays that people don't even realize that he made. Just another great opportunity for him.
Griffin Lynch's line out there to take this draw against the Schleep line. Puck battle in the far corner. Back out and held in by Laflemme. Schleep trying to skate this out, and he does. Here's Smargon chipping it ahead. It's over the Embry-Riddle defense. Moving in. It's tied up. We got a penalty coming as Noah Caritas was moving in on goal. It looks like it's going to be Connor Howard that goes to the box for Embry-Riddle. No, it's going to be Laflemme, as him and Howard were both there, but Laflemme, the unlucky party, that's going to head to the box. And another USF power play. Not a good penalty to take if you're Embry-Riddle. Right after you score a goal to get yourself back in the game, you give up a power play.
Absolutely not. That is the last thing that Embry-Riddle wants to do in this game, especially when it looks like this. Another power play for the Bulls.
Smargon keeping it in, sending it back down. Here's Kelly. Kelly up the wall. He took some contact for his trouble. Embry-Riddle moving the puck forward. Here's a chance for Maxwell Brady. Brady shot off the mask of Selleck. Good little move there from Embry-Riddle, shorthanded.
Yeah, nice move there to try and get in on Selleck. And a good save there by Selleck to also direct the puck out of play.
Brady ties up the draw, and USF takes control. Here's Smargon behind his own net. Up to Caritas. Caritas does a 360 to get away from Brady. Pelagiano, back pass. Nobody was there, and so Smargon will have to collect this. Smargon moving ahead, going around the defense. Smargon looking for a teammate to pass to. Lost the puck a little bit, but he decides to go to Schleep. Schleep has got Caritas in front, all the way out for Castro. Dakota Castro shot, and that's wide. Caritas gets the rebound, goes back out to the point. Pelagiano over to Castro. Castro's got Smargon in the middle, chooses to take it himself, and it's off the side of the net. Now into the middle for Smargon, and that got by him. Here comes a chance for Embry-Riddle. It's Ryan Anderson moving in on Pelagiano. Fanned on his shot as Pelagiano closed him down fast. Held in here by Reichsbosch, and Schleep had to shrug him off for the puck. 1 minute to go in this USF power play. Schleep almost lost the puck, but manages to keep moving ahead. Now we got a race for it. USF didn't realize they didn't have any defensemen back as Hanneman had to race back. Here's Ferreira now in the white bucket and white gloves, skates ahead. Got a full head of steam over the line. Ferreira drops it. Shot by Palso. Hanneman now. Hanneman in front for Palso, and a save by Phillips.
Really good stop there by Phillips.
Full strength for Embry-Riddle. As the clock has been stopped, play continues. Not sure how much time's left in this period. We'll sort all that out after the whistle. 44, that was Luca Phillips was taken down, no call. Pierce Brenner trying to move ahead for USF. He's stopped. Shot up ahead, and Reichbosch will take it for Embry-Riddle. He goes to Giggy. Giggy across for Phillips. That was out of his reach. Hanneman's shot sticked away. Lots of chatter down there as the intense stage of the game. Phillips shrugging off the defenseman. That was Maxwell. And now we got a call here. Is this another
penalty.
Embry-Riddle penalty?
Yep. It's going to go to Giggy.
Austin Giggy to the box here. We'll see what this is officially scored as. This will be penalty number 6 for Embry-Riddle.
Penalties have killed them in this game.
Got to sort out the clock first, as Eric LaFlamme's penalty is still up there with 1 minute left. 8 minutes on the nose show on the clock, but I'm not sure that's correct.
7:58 left in the second period.
Having some.
We went a while without a stoppage.
We did go a while without a stoppage, but we're still having some continuing trouble at the scorer's table. Now we have nothing but the time of day up on the board, as we may be in for a delay here before this USF power play can start. When it does, the 5 skaters out for USF will be Connor Nickram, Dunlap, Luke Lamont, Ryan Maxwell, and of course Vincent Pelagiano. 7:58 showing on the board, but now we have the score wrong, as USF has a 3-1 advantage. Stoppage continues here. College Hockey South personnel working hard to try and sort this out as fast as possible, as it looks like we have some additional reinforcements coming in between the penalty boxes. Embry-Riddle holding a little conference in front of their net on how to defend this power play, because this is a big spot in the game for USF. They got a 3-1 lead just over halfway through the second period. Embry-Riddle got a goal back. What do they need to do here on this penalty kill to try and ensure they stay in this game?
This is a penalty you need to kill. If you want to stay in this game, you just got into the game by making it 3-1. This is a penalty that you absolutely have to kill. There is no reason why this penalty should not be killed.
Easier said than done, though, as this USF power play has some firepower on it. Although they're going to have to wait a little longer to work. Clock now showing 7:55 here in the arena.
We got 75.8 seconds left in the second period.
Slowly but surely, we'll figure this out. Thank you for your patience, and thanks again for watching the College Hockey South playoffs. Whether this is your first game you've watched this weekend or you've been keeping up with all the divisions and all the games, we thank you very much for your participation, as this event is nothing without the College Hockey South fans and all of the viewers just like you.
It has been an absolutely incredible tournament so far, and we cannot wait to bring you more games later tonight, like Tampa and MTSU, the M3 semifinal, USF against FGCU, the other M3 semifinal game, and then the M2 championship later tonight between Florida Atlantic and Tampa.
Yep, lots of great games on the slate here in the next 24 hours here in Coral Springs, as we got the M2 championship tonight, followed by some championships to give out tomorrow in the ACDC women's division and the M3 division.
And tomorrow you also got the ACDC third place game bright and early at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Wake up, make a coffee run, and get to your screen, because that one should be a barn burner.
Don't know who's going to be playing in it yet, but we will know later tonight when the schedule drops for tomorrow's games.
Looks like we've nearly got this problem sorted out. They've got the score back up on the board and the time. Now we're just waiting on the penalty. That is what started this whole mess as Austin Giggy went to the box. I don't think he knew at the time that he would cause this much of a delay in taking a penalty, but no harm, no foul. Meanwhile, at the other stadium rink just across the way, Florida and Tampa are playing in the women's division semifinal. Florida with a slim 3-2 lead over the tournament favorites Tampa. Will be interesting to see how that game develops.
Could have a major upset on our hands because the winner of that game goes to the women's championship game tomorrow, I believe at 10:45 in the morning.
Tampa does not want to lose that game. That would make the second year in a row they've went into the College Hockey South playoffs as the favorite and not won. Meanwhile, we're finally back to play here on the mezzanine rink as Dunlap starts this power play. A shot and a quick save. Loose puck in front. Embry-Riddle tried to clear. That hit Lamont on the way out. Second opportunity, and Lamont gets in the way of that too. Lamont back out now. It's Nickram. Nickram got Pelagiano. Decides to go back to Dunlap. Dunlap for Pelagiano! And his shot went wide. What an opportunity. Pelagiano with his hands to his head. He knows how big of an opportunity that was, and he could not capitalize.
Amazing opportunity there from Pelagiano, but he just could not capitalize on that as he poked it just wide of the net.
.124 to go in this penalty to Austin Giggy. Quick shot off the draw, and Phillips turns that aside. Here's Dunlap again. Dunlap off the stick of Griffin Lynch, and it'll end up with Pelagiano on the near side. Pelagiano. Here's Nickram. Nickram, rink wide for Dunlap. Shot that hit a skate, and Nickram couldn't skate onto the open net as the buzzer goes off. And the players crying out.
Are not happy.
Crying out in despair as we have another clock problem.
Yeah, there's definitely an issue with the clock on this rink. I can't comment on what it is, but the players on both benches are cracking up right now. It's kind of funny.
USF upset to have their power play interrupted. Embry-Riddle, even though that probably works in their favor, they just want to play.
We all just want to play hockey.
This stoppage and play may allow the first unit power play for USF some extra time. This might be the longest shift of the game they'll take in clock time and in real time, as they've been out there for about 7 to 10 minutes.
They've been out there for a long time, and they need a breather.
And we may have a penalty coming.
Another
No
player
one's arm
goes
is
down,
in the air. Wow.
and he is not getting up.
Griffin Lynch, slow to his feet. Not sure if he's hurt. It looks like he is.
Yeah, he's hurt.
As he was taken down and right at the USF blue line. Now taking control of the puck is Maxwell Brady. He's watched by Kozlowski, gets around him. Brady with a shot, and that fluttered over the net. Sebastian Middleton onto the puck now. Reverses for Ferreira. Ferreira goes around the boards in the direction of Kozlowski. He makes a nice pass to Middleton, who touches it ahead. Castro taken out. Nice hit there. That was Ryan Anderson. And Severe Muhammad is onto it. Nice pass across to Kozlowski. Back to Ferreira. Ferreira fanned on it. Second opportunity winds up on the stick of Castro. Castro throwing it around. Embry-Riddle penalty almost over, and Giggy is going to rejoin. In front from Middleton, and that's a nice pad save from Phillips.
It's the end of the power play.
Here's Jacob Lynch for USF. Tried to go back to Ferreira. Ferreira's got to be careful as Bowers was barreling down on him off the bench. Now Bowers with a chance to race for the puck. Kozlowski's going to beat him there. And he'll chip it ahead and hit off the stanchion and out. Here's LaFlamme. Over to his D partner, Connor Howard. Howard looking for a teammate. No one to pass to, so he'll just send it forward. Bowers winds up with the puck. Bowers towards the net, and that's patted away. Anderson with an opportunity, and it went through the crease. Ryan Anderson had an open goal, but didn't have the angle. Now a 2-on-1 for USF. Schleep decides to take it himself. He had Sargon. That was the same duo that scored earlier for USF. A little bit worse execution that time. Here's Pelagiano. Shot blocked by LaFlemme, poked ahead now, and Bowers chips it over the line.
That's a good block there from ERAU. And some good defense on that shift as well from both teams.
Sargon plays it to Caritas, back to Sargon. Looking for some space, tried to play it back to Caritas, and a fallen eagle was in the way. Here comes Flanagan. Sorry, that's not Flanagan, that's Brian Green getting a shift out there. Here's Green, dropping it back to his defense. Howard sent a pass in the direction of somebody. USF thinks it'll be icing, but a good play by McGavin to win the race. Patrick McGavin with some hustle on a rare shift. USF back the other way, though. It's Caritas. Caritas took on 3 players and lost the puck. Nathan Dubé tried to move it ahead and was unable to. Battle continues, and here comes Embry-Riddle. Embry-Riddle penalty coming up here against USF. This is Johnson, and Johnson's pass was out of the reach of everybody. Puck finally touched up, and this will be Ryan Maxwell going to the bench for a hook. Another opportunity for Embry-Riddle here with just under 4 minutes to go in the second period. They got a power play down 2.
This is a big power play here for ERAU if they want to hang on and potentially come back in this game. This is a big power play for them.
Well, still waiting for the penalty to be put up on the board. Taking nothing for granted here as it's up. Maxwell Brady out to start this power play for Embry-Riddle. He wins the draw. Here's Coleman. Andy Coleman with a shot. Didn't make it through, and Ferreira will try and clear this. Flanagan takes it away. Brenner with a clearing attempt, and Coleman holds it in. Here's Flanagan. Sending it behind the net. No one there. And USF will try and clear. Once again, not out. Luca Phillips. His shot was blocked, and Pierce Brennan can skate onto this. Brennan with a breakaway. Being chased by Coleman. Brennan! And a save by Carson Phillips.
What a save by Carson Phillips.
Flanagan almost had a breakaway of his own, but Ferreira got there in the nick of time.
Shots on goal are 23-20 in favor of the Bulls.
Andy Coleman behind his own net, leaving it. And here comes Flanagan. He lost the puck, though. Brenner doing a good job to just poke it deeper into the Embry-Riddle zone and kill more time on this penalty. Nice move by Dunlap. His shot was blocked, though. Flanagan's pass, dangerous one, makes it to Bowers eventually. He's being chased down by Dunlap, and he loses the puck. Dunlap chipping it ahead, and his pass was picked off. Here's Maxwell Brady again. Brady's got Bowers, and Bowers got a stick on it, but was too close. Here's Jacob Lynch now for USF. Gave the puck away. Here's Flanagan. Flanagan back out to Luca Phillips. He shoots, and that's blocked. And Dunlap will flip the puck out, and USF, they will not make a change.
Now, no change needed for the Ice Bulls.
Embry-Riddle starting from their own zone, just 20 seconds to go on this power play, but here's Austin Giggy. Puck got by him. Here's Giggy shooting. It's loose in front. They poke away at it, and Selleck has it. Griffin Lynch was in the area as well, as the Eagles trying to score one more before the end of this period, and their power play ends. 8 seconds to go in the penalty to Ryan Maxwell.
Great save by Selleck.
Bit of a talking to here between the referee and Jacob Skerdich for Embry-Riddle. They go their separate ways, and we're about ready to resume play here. Face off. controlled by USF, and they'll just slap it out. It's Nickram, and now here's Carrydis to skate onto it. He's got Kelly to beat. Carrydis tried to make a move around him, and Kelly shut him down. Penalty over, full strength for USF. And they got the puck in the offensive zone. Embry-Riddle trying to make an outlet pass. That's picked off by Maxwell, fresh out of the box. Nice move here by Giggy. Giggy moving ahead. Giggy in front for Culbertson, and he's stopped. Carried us now with a chance to skate onto this. Howard chasing him down. Carried us without any help. Waits for the late man. It's Nickram, and it was out of his reach. Here's Laflamme, fanned on his pass. Second attempt, flagged down. Severe Muhammad in a battle with him for the puck. Ferreira, nice job to hold it in. Trying to spin away from Laflamme, but Laflamme takes the puck away. Rink-wide pass for Culbertson. He's got Giggy going to the net. Culbertson for Giggy. Puck in his feet. Poke check by Silic. And the puck winds up with Laflamme. Here's Connor Howard. Howard dumping it down. Here's Brady. Now Laflamme fired at the net, or Culbertson, excuse me. He fired it at the net, and the puck is cleared. 30 seconds to go. Severe Muhammad will beat out this icing, or no he won't. USF a little upset at that call.
And deservedly so, because Muhammad was the skater that was ahead.
USF a little hard done by the icing call. But now they have another defensive zone draw to contend with 26.2 seconds to go in the second period. At this point, we are right as we were when the period started. USF with a 2-goal lead. And it looks like this faceoff is going to come out to center as a little bit of a makeup for the icing call. Bowers trying to control off the draw, and USF will send them back. Puck kicked back into the USF zone, though. Here's Kozlowski trying to play for Muhammad. Muhammad's got some speed. 12 seconds to go. Muhammad's got Latland with him. Lamont, excuse me. Puck taken away. 5 seconds to go. Castro sends it back in, takes a hit from Coleman. Here's Flanagan, and offside.
Now that's the end of the period.
Will this be the end of the period? The whistle was before the offside, but it looks like the refs are directing the teams to their locker room. And it looks like this will be the end of the period. So, after 40 minutes, USF with a 2-goal lead, up 3-1, right where they were at the end of the first period. What does Embry-Riddle need to do in the third period to ultimately tie this game?
They need to keep putting on the pressure. They've been doing a great job of pressing USF so far and getting a lot of shots in on the netminder. Shots on goal throughout the first 2 periods. USF 23, ERAU 22. So both teams are very evenly matched. USF outshot Embry-Riddle 10-9 in that second period. So a really fantastic period on both sides.
We'll be back in just under 15 minutes here for the third period here in Coral Springs. You're watching the Embry-Riddle Eagles and the USF Ice Bulls. We'll be back in a bit. Welcome back, everybody, to the third period between the Embry-Riddle Eagles and the USF Ice Bulls. USF with a narrow 3-1 lead. They have a slight advantage on the shot clock, 23-22, but they've got 20 more minutes to shepherd this over the line. Embry-Riddle, this is the last period of their season in College Hockey South, so they're going to throw everything at the USF Ice Bulls in this third period.
Both of these teams are going to really want it here in the third. This is their final period of the season.
Embry-Riddle having to skate back into their own zone to collect this. Skerdich gave the puck away, but Bowers is in to help out. Nickram finds Jacob Lynch. Nice play by Flanagan around, and it got hung up with the linesman. Here's Coleman. Coleman shrugged off the puck, and Dunlap will skate onto this, but he lost the race. Here's Kelly. Big hit in front of us. That was Jacob Lynch.
Jacob Lynch has brought a nice physical presence in this one. Another big hit by him.
Here's Pelagiano. Tied up by Flanagan. Coleman came in with the body. Puck still loose, and Dunlap skates away with it. Dunlap trying to go through 4 Eagles, and he was shrugged off the puck. LaFlamme lost it. Here's Maxwell. He'll just send it forward. LaFlamme in his corner. D to D into the other corner, but that was picked off. Muhammad sending it back the other way, but Embry-Riddle a chance to break out. Here goes Griffin Lynch in on goal, and his shot was over the net. Big chance for Embry-Riddle.
Great opportunity for Griffin Lynch to roof it right above the netminder, but it was just too high for him.
Puck back in the Embry-Riddle zone. It's Luca Phillips in a battle now. Gets some help from Griffin Lynch. Maxwell, rink wide for Muhammad. Tipped in front, and that was a nice save by Carson Phillips. Giggy skating onto this now. A chance to move in. Maxwell got a stick in there, but Giggy still managed to get the shot off. Went off the outside of the net, I believe. Here's Severe Muhammad now with a break. Back to Middleton. Middleton for Muhammad, and it hopped over his stick into the slot, and that was interrupted by Giggy. Scarrett's dump in. Fielded by Howard. His chip pass wasn't very good. Here's Giggy now. Giggy. He's got Lynch with him. Lynch and Phillips. Lynch throwing it long at the net. Wow, that dipped drastically at the end and caused a little bit of a problem for Devin Selleck. Now Smargon back the other way, and he's just pushed to the ice. But Carson Phillips with no choice to cover the puck, as Smargon's body was more of a threat to him than anything else.
Yeah, it's a really good play. A lot of great play here in the third period so far. Great pace, great opportunities on both sides. Nobody's capitalized yet, but we got a good period on our hands.
Tied up draw. Johnson makes a play up the wall. I believe that's Dubé. He finds Brady in the middle. Brady, long shot, and Selleck fought that off. Here's Caritas trying to get away from Gil Johnson. He was knocked over, and the puck is sent down the ice. Schleep's going to be first to this. Phillips can't play it because it's outside the trapezoid. Here's Schleep in front, and no one was there, and we have a bit of a tumble in front of the net. It looks like a penalty's coming here. Who will this be against? Because it looked like both players kind of just got tied up.
Yeah, it looks like there is going to be a penalty coming up here to...
Looks like it's maybe Caritas going to the box? No.
Actually, no penalties on the play. It was just a stoppage. I believe it was a high stick or a hand pass.
In any case, we resume. Embry-Riddle trying to get the puck out of the zone. Brady. Max Brady makes a nice play, but that's an even better play by Smargon to knock it down. Smargon's got Caritas with him. Chooses to shoot himself, and that's sticked away by Phillips. Big hit by Ferreira on Ryan Anderson. He gets up and adjusts his helmet. biggest hit of the game so far. Harper LePage chips it up to his teammate Ryan Anderson, who's no worse for wear after taking that knock from Ferreira. Puck given away now. Brady, his pass was out of the reach of Culbertson. Culbertson takes the body on Palagiano, and he'll end up just icing the puck. No icing because Phillips came out to play the puck. Nathan Dubé lost the puck. Here comes, that is Palso for USF, and he had the puck taken from him. Reichbosch lost it. Back into the defensive zone for Fedlam. Fedlam up ahead in the direction of Dubé, and he takes it. Here he comes, 1-on-3. Dubé, and a nice play by Pelagiano. Still fighting for the puck is McGavin. McGavin will just ring it around his boards for Brian Green. Puck in the near corner. USF trying to get this away from the wall, and Reichbosch will go and pick it up for Embry-Riddle. Nice pass, but it was just out of the reach of McGavin, and USF comes right back. That was Castro getting knocked to the ice by number 88, Nathan Dubé. Christopher Fedlam ahead in the direction of Green, and it was out of his reach. Castro sends it around for Nickram. Rink wide for Lamont. Lamont trying to skate onto this. Kelly with a nice play to get in his way. Green trying to move this ahead, and he lost it to Lamont. Plays onside. Kelly from behind his own net makes a move and makes another move to get to the neutral zone. 3-on-3 opportunity for Embry-Riddle, and that's a good poke check by Ferreira. Nickram now will clean it up, and here's Jacob Lynch. He's got Ferreira on the far side, chooses to take it himself. Lynch into the corner, behind the net, wraparound attempt, and Phillips that got there just in time. Nickram in front, another save by Phillips. Puck winds up with Ferreira. Ferreira had the puck knocked away by Bowers, but then he blocked the clearing attempt. Here's Nickram. Ferreira poking the puck ahead on the ground. And now Dunlap, long shot, patted away by Phillips. Here's Kelly. Around the boards for Bowers. Bowers looking for the outlet pass to Coleman. Coleman with a chance to skate onto this. He's got Palagiano to beat. Coleman looked for Flanagan, but too many bodies in the way. Net comes off. Bit unlucky for Embry-Riddle as there's some frustration. No change will be the consolation for USF as some tired Ice Bowl bodies are going to be out there.
Some very tired players out there for the Ice Bulls that are going to stay on the ice after the net got dislodged. Great pace to this third period.
Embry-Riddle wins the faceoff. Howard over to LaFlamme, and that was into the feet of Nickram. He'll just send it to the neutral zone. Puck sent in, Flanagan forechecking. Puck winds up over here with Dunlap, and he makes a nice little rink-wide pass for Lynch. Lynch shrugged off the puck by Howard. Howard did well to get it away from Nickram. Nickram sending it in front. That was off Coleman in front of his net. Puck down the rink. Bowers will be first to this, so Selleck is going to come out and play it. Selleck around his boards. Very nicely done for Nickram. Here's Dunlap. Dunlap chipping it ahead further. Howard for Phillips. He had the puck knocked away, and now Howard will have to go and start over again. Howard around for LaFlamme. Intercepted by Severe Mohammed. His shot almost went in.
That was very, very close.
This high-octane group of three out for USF, but Giggy goes the other way for Embry-Riddle. Good play by Kozlowski to knock it away from him. Howard couldn't beat Middleton to the puck. Middleton toward the goal, around the net, in front, Kozlowski, and he shot it wide. Net came off again, but that was a golden opportunity for Kozlowski and USF to take a 3-goal lead. Game is still 3-1.
Still 3-1, still definitely in reach for the Ice Eagles. But USF just Keeps making good plays on defense.
Here's Kozlowski looking for Middleton in front. Giggy fanning on this pass. Kozlowski in front for Muhammad, and it was in his feet. Fedlam lost the puck. Muhammad for Kozlowski in front from Middleton. What a save, and it's in. Kozlowski followed up on the rebound after Carson Phillips made a beautiful save. But in the end, USF finally cashes in on their pressure they've been building for the last couple minutes or so. They take a 4-1 lead.
And it looks like USF has just blown this game open. At least that's what it feels like, because they've been dominating possession throughout the period. That was a really nice goal right in front of the netminder, Carson Phillips.
Max Brady wins the draw for Embry-Riddle. Embry-Riddle trying to move it ahead and get back in this game. 11:46 to go. Clock is stopped, but we continue to play on here for the moment. Here's Embry-Riddle. Decides to just shoot it into the zone. That was Jason Culbertson. Sleep winds up with the puck. Back onto the stick of Scarrett. Over to Sleep. Sleep in front for Ferreira. Knocked away by Culbertson, but a nice move by Sleep to take the puck back. Scarrett lost the puck. Culbertson threw his stick at it and carried this. Will just send this to the other side. Sleep skating onto it first. Got it past Fedlim. But Embry-Riddle takes the puck pass. Here's Culbertson in the direction of Ryan Anderson. His slap shot in was not that powerful. Castro sending the puck ahead for Carius. Intercepted there, and USF will have to recollect. Here's McGavin. Gavin up the rink. This should be icing against Embry-Riddle. No. Waved off as the puck slowly went towards the goal line. Here's McGavin. Tried to pass it out in front, but he whiffed on it. Here's Green out in front. That was Dubé he was looking for. Puck fluttering towards the net. Selleck had to be careful with that, as that was a bouncing puck. Going to get another stoppage here to deal with the clock.
There is currently 10:10 to go here in the third.
They've got it updated.
We've been having some clock issues in this one.
Brian Green in to take this face off. And he loses it, but we're going to redo it. Not dropped fairly, in the opinion of the linesman. Puck tied up. Winds up on the stick of Pelagiano. Up ahead. And Brennan almost got to that. Instead, Hanneman does. Around the boards, here's McGavin. McGavin giving it away to Hanneman. Hanneman shot, and that's well wide. Pierce Brennan now. Looking for, that is Paulso. Puck now on this near side. Here's Gil Johnson moving it ahead. Dubé tried to shuttle that ahead. And here comes Brian Green skating onto it against Maxwell, throwing it at the net. Rebound attempt from McGavin. A good save by Devin Selleck.
Great save by Selleck there. A really good opportunity for ERAU, but Selleck has been standing on his head throughout the entire game. 25 saves now on 26 Embry-Riddle shots. Shots on goal are 30-26 in favor of the Ice Bulls.
The Andy Coleman line out again for Embry-Riddle. Puck chipped behind, and Ferraro will take control of it. Over halfway through this third period, time starting to become an issue for Embry-Riddle. They're down 3. Pass into the neutral zone. That's picked off by Skerdick. Here's Jacob Lynch, makes a nice move around Flanagan, and he'll take it ahead. Knocked over, but it's continued on by Skerritt. Skirtich taking it away from Skerritt. Here's Lynch. Lynch tried to flip it out in front, but there wasn't a teammate there. Here's Bowers. Bowers ahead, out of the reach of Coleman, and Flanagan moves on to this. Battle of the eights behind the net as Ferreira chips it out in front, but Kelly skates onto it, and his shot was fanned on. I think Lynch bothered him. Here's Lamont chipping it ahead. Dylan Kelly in pursuit of the puck, being bear hugged by Nickram. And now the puck winds up with Pelagiano. Nickram lost it. Here's Flanagan with speed. Flanagan moving into the zone. Long shot, and he scores! Brody Flanagan with a massive goal for Embry-Riddle. And once again, the Eagles not going away. It's 4-2.
They just keep hanging in there, don't they? They've been hanging in there the entire game. A brilliant shot by Flanagan right past Selleck. What a goal. Florida, the Embry-Riddle is not out of it yet.
Feels like Brody Flanagan has tried that play like 9 to 10 times in this game. Finally
worked.
It.
Finally worked out for him.
Embry-Riddle now with 8 minutes to work with. And here they come again. Here comes Griffin Lynch now. He's got Phillips with him, and the puck went wide. Big hit in the corner. Here's Lynch again, out in front, and Phillips couldn't get a stick on it. Picked off by LaFlamme. Long shot, tipped in front, and Selleck covers. Lots of yelling from the benches because of a slight little shove that Luca Phillips gave Severe Muhammad.
There was a little bit of a shove in front of the net, but
USF not allowed to change here, or at least one player wasn't. Griffin Lynch in to take this draw. Puck fought for. Here's Phillips behind the net, in front, and that was on its way to Lynch, but it was picked off critically.
That was a really good play.
Here's Kozlowski moving in with speed. He's got Middleton with him. The pass was behind him. Embry-Riddle loses it in his feet, though. Back out in front for Middleton. Big save by Carson Phillips.
Really good stop by Carson Phillips. Now with 7:26 left in this game, if I'm ERAU, I'd be on the attack until that clock runs out.
Top line coming out again here for Embry-Riddle, at least in terms of play time in this game, as it feels like this trio of Brady, Culbertson, and here on the near side, that is Reichbosch, has been out there for quite a bit in this game. Behind the net, it's picked up by Fedlin. Moving into the middle was Middleton. He was taken down, no penalty. Here comes Reichbosch for Embry-Riddle. He passes it ahead, and this gets all the way through, but a nice play by Ferreira to tie him up, but Culbertson comes away with it. Culbertson, and he fanned on the shot. Culbertson again, puck to the near side. It's Anderson, back to the point for Fedlin, and he's hit hard by Ferreira. As we got a penalty coming up.
A big power play here for ERAU.
Fedlin was planted right in front of the USF bench by Ferreira. That's the second big hit he's had in this game, but that one's going to cost him as he's going to go to the bench. See what the call is from the referee. It'll be a rough. So a huge opportunity for Embry-Riddle. A big power play, a chance to get back in this game.
Especially this late in the game. This is the moment here for Embry-Riddle. Got less than 7 minutes left. You got to make an opportunity count here.
The recent goal scorer for Embry-Riddle back on the ice, Brody Flanagan, looking to help his team get one goal closer. Here's Coleman at the point. Coleman, watched by Smargon. He hands it over to Bowers. Tumble in front, and nobody was there for Embry-Riddle.
No one was parked in front of Selleck.
Puck gets by Luca Phillips, and he'll have to go DD to Coleman. Here's Flanagan. Flanagan wheeling now, coming in with speed. Flanagan trying to beat the USF defense behind the net. Goes out for Phillips. Phillips long shot. That didn't make it all the way. Selleck trying to cover, and he's able to. 1:23 to go in the power play.
It's getting intense here. Both of these teams are definitely irate at each other. But this has been a very entertaining game nonetheless, as both teams have been playing hard throughout the entire thing. This is the biggest moment of the game here for Embry-Riddle.
Brady wins the draw back to Coleman. He's pressured immediately by Smargon, but manages to get rid of it. Smargon blocked the pass. Here's Phillips again. Phillips on the half wall, and his pass got cut off, and it was now in the Embry-Riddle zone. Coleman from behind his own net. Embry-Riddle getting ready to wheel down the ice again. Here's Flanagan with speed. He's been the zone entry man for Embry-Riddle, and here he comes. Flanagan moving into the zone. Tried to get it to Brady. Brady took down his man, no call. Brady behind the net. Shrugged off the puck by Pelagiano. Here's Coleman. Luca Phillips wide open. They choose not to go to him. Here's Flanagan. Tried to touch it out in front for Brady, and USF clears. 30 seconds to go in the penalty, as Embry-Riddle will change a player. Here's Brian Kelly. Or Dylan Kelly, excuse me. Not the former head coach of LSU. Here's Flanagan. Getting around a man. Flanagan to the net. Selleck with the save. Skerritt tried to clear. Pelagiano gets it just far enough. Skurich sends it ahead for Max Brady. Brady slowly and methodically. Bowers, quick shot at the net. Rebound attempt. Here comes Culbertson. And he's taken off the puck. Excuse me, that was Griffin Lynch. Puck out of the to Skerritt. Here comes Ferreira. Ferreira out of the box with speed. He's been sitting for 2 minutes. Ferreira trying to put it in front, and that was picked off. Puck on top of the net. And they
got it back.
Ferreira throws it in front, and that was off the skate of Pierce. And here he comes again. Another opportunity. And Kelly calms everything down, as that was Pierce Brennan with the chance. Skurich. Pass was picked off by Hanneman. He fell to his knees, though, so Skurich takes the puck back. Around the boards, here's Lynch. Got by him, so no icing, though. Ryan Maxwell in his own zone. Couldn't get it by Giggy, though. Pass was out of the reach of everybody. This puck gets out. Laflamme trying to chip it in, and he does. 3:35 to go in this game. Time running out on Embry-Riddle. Here comes Pulso for USF. He's got Hanneman with him and Brennan. Pulso in front was looking for Brennan, and the pass was behind him. Here comes Giggy. Almost knocked away. Weird play at the line. Puck never really got over the blue line, so no offside, as Connor Howard missed the pass back to him. Here's Culbertson, hounded from behind by Lynch, but he gets away. Here's Culbertson, moving in, shot, and he healed it. Still on the puck, though. Was looking for Coleman, and that got by everybody. Not held in by Howard, so USF will take control and just dump it down the rink. No icing here.
Gone a while without a stoppage here.
That's going to work in USF's favor.
Another penalty.
Penalty. And is this going to be Howard? Trying to figure out who this penalty is on. I think it's against Connor Howard. No, it's going to be... It is Connor Howard, as he's the one being escorted to the box by the linesman. And so a back-breaking penalty for Embry-Riddle right as they were trying to climb back into this game. USF is going to get a man advantage with just over 2.5 minutes to go. So if Embry-Riddle's going to want to come back now, it's going to have to be shorthanded.
It's absolutely going to have to be shorthanded, because there's only going to be 40 seconds left once this game is over. That might be too little too late for the Ice Eagles.
And that's assuming USF doesn't score. Here's Pelagiano. Off the post with the shot.
Not a more satisfying sound in the world.
If you're a goalie, I'm sure Pelagiano is not satisfied to see that puck hit the post. Bad pass here and a chance for Embry-Riddle to break. But a nice play here by Lynch to break it up. Nickram sends it further, and LaFlamme will just send it out to the neutral zone. Ferreira over to Pelagiano. Behind the net, that's stopped by Phillips. LaFlamme will pick it up. He goes around the boards. That's Anderson. Anderson initiates a scrum, and now it's Dunlap skating away, and Skarich knocks it away. Out to the point for Ferreira. Shot, Dunlap looking for the rebound, and Carson Phillips has it, and a little bit of extracurriculars now after the whistle.
Oh boy.
Getting a little bit ugly here in Coral Springs, as Embry-Riddle did not appreciate the extra swipes Dunlap took at Carson Phillips.
They're going to kick somebody out of the game.
Players being told to go back to the bench. It looks like no penalties are going to come of this.
Someone got kicked out on Florida, South Florida.
Dunlap was told to go to the bench. I guess he has been kicked out of the game.
It was Dunlap. Jacob Dunlap kicked out.
We'll see what the official scoring is for the penalty. Referee informing the players we're still going to be 5-on-4 after all of this.
Dunlap was the only penalty. He just got a game misconduct.
So it'll still be a power play for USF. It looks like we had coincidental penalties, I believe, as I think someone from Embry-Riddle also went. Try to get you the name on that. Faceoff's going to come out to the neutral zone. Here's Severe Muhammad to take it in against Brady, and Brady wins it. Here's LaFlamme. Time really ticking now for Embry-Riddle. Coleman in his own zone, trying to look for a way out, and Flanagan will pick this up and drop it for himself. Flanagan trying to get around Ferreira. A battle between two speedy skaters. Flanagan into the boards. Middleton trying to look for a way out from behind his net. Makes a nice pass to Ferreira. Ferreira has got Muhammad with him. Ferreira trying to take it himself, and Brady will pick it up from behind. Puck doesn't get out, though. Now here's Flanagan. 2-on-1 opportunity for Embry-Riddle. He's got Coleman with him. Here's Coleman. Back to Flanagan, and he missed the net.
Wide open net, and he misfired.
Brody Flanagan with a wide open goal. And now on the other side, it's Kozlowski with a breakaway. Kozlowski to put it away for USF, and he scores.
There's the dagger.
Kozlowski ices it for USF. They take a 5-2 lead, and they are going to take 5th place in the ACDC division.
Yep, 5th place for South Florida. ERAU will take that dreaded 6th place that they did not want.
.1 seconds to go. The lead is now 3 for USF, as we have a broken stick for LaFlamme. He'll go to the bench to get a new one. His teammate, being the kind Samaritan, picking up the debris. That's Coleman. As the pro shop bill keeps building here in Coral Springs, we've had tons of broken sticks.
Oh, yeah. And plenty more tomorrow, too.
Pad saved by Phillips. Following up was Nickram, and he couldn't get it through. Here's Brian Green moving ahead. Green's got a teammate in front, and that'll end up in the netting.
It's
Not
gonna
sure
go out of
if
play.
that hit Nickram or Selleck. In any case, 28.5 seconds to go in this game. The penalties officially from earlier, Dunlap and Jacob Scarich for Embry-Riddle were the ones that went to the box, both with a 2-minute roughing penalty. Here's McGavin pushing it ahead. Here's Giggy now. Giggy around behind in the direction of Nicholas Bowers. Final seconds ticking off here. Puck not held in by Coleman, and we got an offside. This game inching closer to the finish line for USF.
Closer and closer to clinching that 5th place in the ACDC division.
Puck dumped in. Coming out to play it was Devin Selleck as he just dumps it down the rink at the empty net. Wouldn't that have been something? But that's it. The clock has hit 0. And USF will take 5th place in the ACDC division. They defeat the Embry-Riddle Eagles 5-2. This was a great game, Chris.
This was a fantastic game. Both of these teams came out with a lot of energy and they fought hard. But ERAU, unfortunately, just could not get that last opportunity. With a minute left, they had a wide open goal to cut the lead down to 1, and they missed it.
We'll be right back here on this rink shortly. It'll be me and Westmore, myself being Aaron Blank, and Westmore right back here for Florida versus Florida State, the ACDC Division semifinal. So don't go anywhere. But for now, we're done at the mezzanine. USF 5, Embry-Riddle 2. Don't go anywhere.